Hey YouTube, this is Luigi the Fourth, and I'm going to record the update to my Delver ramp deck. So yeah, here we go. Before we start though, I posted a video called New Deck Idea Mono Green Ramp. I tried it out, it was bad. The reason I put Delver in here is so it pushes on the early pressure. You know, in your average ramp deck, you're just kind of setting up to play your big bombs on turns 1, 2, and 3 and not really doing anything else. So Delver puts the pressure on early, which is really nice. So let's get into it. So we start at the top with Delver itself. You know, it turns into a 3/2 flyer if you got enough, a lot of instants and sorceries, and yeah, like I just said, puts on the pressure nice and early, instead of just kind of setting up your game. Then we have the ramp spells, so 4 Rampant Growth, 4 Birds, and 4 Solemn. Rampant Growth is perfect because it thins out your deck, you know, makes so you draw the cards you want more often, and it gives you your stuff 1 turn earlier, and it's a sorcery, so it flips Delver. Birds is better because it gives you mana of any color, plus only costs 1, but it's vulnerable to things that can to direct damage and stuff. So you know, that's bad, but it's still better than that guy. By the way, on turn 1, you want to play your Delvers rather than your Birds. Anyway, then there's Solemn. He's really great because he's a 2/2, he's a draw card, and he's a ramp, which is really, really awesome. I would have 4 if I felt like buying 4, but I want to spend my money on other things. So, only 3. Tracker's Instincts is really, really awesome because, first of all, it's like there's 8 in the deck because you can flash them back. And also, it just helps you get to your ramp targets, or most of them anyway. And yeah, that's obviously something you want to do. And then, oh, this is the helping you find stuff package, by the way. And then the Hunter's Insight. Usually, most of the time, you're going to slam that on a Delver just so you can draw 3 for 3, which is a pretty good deal. Sometimes you'd slam it on a ramp target, but I really doubt it, unless you really needed to. But yeah, it just lets you draw a lot of cards. Mana Leak, you know, just, oh, this is the getting rid of their stuff package. Mana Leak is really nice because you can just, you know, get rid of anything they have. I don't think you really need to talk about Mana Leak. It's pretty straightforward. Prey Upon, just when you get your big baddies out, you can just, you know, kill their other creatures with this, and you don't even have to tap your creature, or you could just Prey Upon when you have an acidic slime out because the slime has Death Touch. Also, it hits artifacts or enchantments, and there are a couple that are really good in the format right now that you'd like to kill. And if they don't have any of those, you just play it in Stone Random. So next is the ramp targets, and there's so many they take up 2 rows. So we start off with Steel Hellkite, and I know I said I really liked this baby right here, Soul of the Harvest, but I got rid of it, and it's because it's just really, really slow. Its effect is not immediate. Yes, it's a nice 6/6 trampler, but you know, you really don't end up playing that many creatures where you really want to draw a card, unless you have Garruk's Horde or Garruk's Horde. But this is just better because you can fire breathe it. It flies. It's still a 5/5. You know, you don't have to have there's no color restrictions, and you can do that thing with the X, which I've never actually done, but hey, it could be good. Next is Mind Unbound. Only one of these in the deck, but it just helps you get to your entire deck, and that's part of my strategy. I was really just getting a little greedy putting this in the deck, but I just really like it, even though it's probably the worst ramp target. Chancellor of the Spires. Usually you want to mill yourself with this in case you hit like a Tracker's Instincts, but or maybe you want to mill the other guy, you know, depending on what kind of deck they have. But if it's game 1, you want to mill yourself. This guy's really great. You know, he casts stuff in their graveyard without paying his mana cost, and you don't have to really hit like a 6-drop spell with that. You can just hit like an Incinerate and, you know, hit him for 3 when it comes in. You know, that's good value, I say. It's a 5/7 flyer, so that's pretty cool. Garruk's Horde is pretty awesome. You know, it's first of all 7/7 trample for 7, plus you can cast the top card of your library if it's a creature. So it's kind of like you've already got Soul of the Harvest in play when you play this guy. Funny story with these, by the way. I ordered one and I got it in the mail yesterday, and then I couldn't find it for the longest time, and then I And I was gonna do a deck tech like this, but I ran out of time because it was time to go to bed. And I look under my pile of Delvers, and it's just right there under my Delvers. I felt like such an idiot. Anyway, next to Stromtide Leviathan. That one's pretty much the first ramp target in the deck that was ever in the deck. It's an 8/8 unblockable, and that's just awesome. Plus, it makes it so most of your opponent's creatures can't attack, which is even better. And then a single Platinum Empirion. This guy is really great, but he's not as good as Stromtide Leviathan. That's why there's only one. Yeah, that's all I really have to say for that. So, in the lands, there's only 20 lands. I know that's ridiculously low level, but I don't know why, but it works. So yeah, 9 islands, 11 forests. The ratio is way off there, but you need triple blue to be able to cast Stromtide Leviathan and Chancellor the Spires, so that's why there's so many islands. Sideboard I really don't know, but, I never really do those anyway. So now I'm going to go film another deck tech. Goodbye.